Today's video is going to look at percent yield, and percent yield tells us how well our experiment went. So percent yield, like many other percents, are going to be multiplying some quantity times 100. Our actual yield is going to be the one that you get from your lab data, while your theoretical yield is going to be the one that you calculate before you go into class, usually with your givens. So percent yield is just a ratio between the actual and the theoretical. A lot of times I'll write it as A over T times 100 as my percent yield, A representing the actual, T representing the theoretical. Percent yield is also used to determine the difference between what you calculate on paper and what you actually saw within an experiment. And that's why we did it with our silver lab. We wanted to see how much silver we produce between how much we used at the beginning. So don't forget, the actual is the amount that comes from your lab experiment, whereas the theoretical comes from the given and using your balanced chemical equation. So typically the theoretical is going to take you more time to figure it out. So let's try this example. The theoretical yield from your experiment should yield 20 grams of product. It's an important information, so we're going to circle it. But once completed, the actual was only 15 grams. So calculate the percent yield. So the actual, aka our A, is going to be our 15. So we're going to take our 15 over top of what we should yield, aka our theoretical. So this problem, you actually didn't have to do much work. So we're going to do 15 over 20 times 100, and you'll see that we'll get our answer as 75%. What is meant by 75%? Well, 75% means that you made 75% of the product you set out to make. Whereas if you were at 100%, you made exactly the amount. If you're at a lower percent, that means you didn't make much. If you're over 100%, that means you might have a contamination. Now, when you guys work on worksheet 2, you'll see you'll actually do some calculations. So don't forget, if you have a mole to mole calculation, you're going to use 2 steps. If you have moles to grams, you're going to use 3 steps. And if you have grams to grams, you're going to use 4 steps. Now, they're going to give you your actual for your percent yield. You're going to have to calculate your theoretical. So right now, take out worksheet number 2, and you're going to work with small groups or by yourself. Please turn it in at the end of this lesson. Thanks for watching.